Hey there, YouTubers. JB Coins here with another $25 box of pennies. This from the bank that we got the last box of dimes from. We usually haven't been getting pennies from here. We have a few times, and most of the time we wound up getting brand new coin uncirculated, which is not a bad thing. But what we're hoping for this box is that it's uncirculated. I mean, that it's circulated coins, so that we can go ahead and do our normal coin ore hunting. But when you buy a box like this that's closed, as opposed to the ones with the holes that are visible, as we've shown on our prior videos, penny videos, that you can see whether they're all shiny, which would be uncirculated, or shiny and dark mix, which would be circulated, which is, if you're looking for old coins, that's what you want. It's kind of hard to do that with a sealed box. So this is a real mystery until we slice this open. And once we cut this open and see what we've got to work with, then we'll be able to kind of go from there. So we're kind of winging this one. Wow, that is it's not entirely new. You can see this roll here is all shiny coinage except for one. This one looks like 3 and one somewhat older, and this one has 3. There's an ender here you probably can't make out. We'll go through a roll and see what we've got here, I guess. Hardly seems worth it, but that's 2015. Gosh, well, there's actually 4 in there. There's one hidden in there. You know, we don't know what these old ones are, so let's just go ahead and go for it. But I'm just going to skip all the shiny stuff for this part of the video until we see what we've got. These plastic ones are usually a little bit easier to open, but there's one. There's 2. And I will go through the other ones for those of you that wonder what I do when I shove them off to the side. Oh, hey, we actually got a few more in here than what I expected. Okay. I've had the question come up, you know, do you look for errors? Do you look for, you know, why do you just shove them off to the side and not check them? Those of you that have watched enough of our videos know that's what we do. We just don't do the whole box on camera, and we don't go through all the retreads on camera either. 84 in really dirty condition. Other than that, the detail looks pretty good. That's not a keeper, that's not copper, and it's not anything collectible. 86. Now the 86s, this one shows a little bit of that condition, but it's going to be hard to see on the camera. The dirtiness of the coin actually highlights it a little bit, and yeah, you can see it there. You see that ring right around there? That shadow, that ring, is not really a shadow from the lighting like the screwdriver's making. On the 86s, I've noticed a lot of them have right in that area, all the way around the coin, they have a raised area where the coin and the lettering is sitting higher than the field of the coin. It's some sort of defect that is pretty much, I've seen it on just the 86s. Haven't seen one in severe enough condition to consider it an error, but you know, maybe they are. But there's a lot of them. That's a 2015, believe it or not. That one, that's all dirty. Man, that one's really dirty. That's an 84. That's a 91. So what I'm going to guess on this box for right now is I'm going to go ahead and do what I normally do, which is I'll even check out the new coins, see if there's anything, you know, looks interesting. but I highly doubt it because they all look like 2015. I'll go through the box, and then if I find anything interesting, I'll stop. Otherwise, I'll see you at the wrap. Okay, YouTubers, we've done this before. We're going to do a first wrap, and then we're going to do a second wrap. This is the first wrap. The $25 box that looked really strange, mostly new coins. Well, yeah, there's a big pile there. Those are all 2015s. I know because I looked at front and back, and if they weren't heavily water spotted like they are and in generally not great condition, I would consider possibly keeping some of those, although you know we've got some. I'll pull back here so you can see the other piles. Normally we have all the money going back to the bank on the left side, all the copper going up to the right side, upper right, and then the possible errors or coins we want to review in the lower right. This box from the get-go is completely different. What we have here is this center pile here that looks like copper. That's not copper. That is 1983 and newer, but in really horrible condition, and not really worth looking at. So this is going to wind up going back to the bank with all the shiny new ones. Okay, or excuse me, not the bank. I keep saying that out of habit, but if you watched our videos, this is going to go to our Coinstar, and we're either going to do a Starbucks certificate, or possibly we may do an Amazon certificate this time, and you'll catch on to why maybe in a little bit here. These coins down here are a result of why we may be doing Amazon instead of Starbucks with this gift certificate. These are coins that are not copper. They're 83 and newer. A lot of them are 2000 and newer. Some of them are 2012, 2013, 2014. The reason for that is we just recently found out, as in last night after we bought the box, ironically, that there are some errors to be had in some of those years that we didn't previously know about. So we're going to spend some time and review these. And then over here is our huge copper pile. By comparison to a normal box, you can tell not a lot there. There's maybe 2-3 dozen pennies. But the fact that there's so few, and the oldest one was a 59 that we saw, didn't see any wheats at all. But the fact that there's so few of these and so few of these, we're going to be able to devote much more time to go through these in detail. So we're going to do that off camera. If we find a coin that we want to show you, we're going to come back on camera before the wrap. Otherwise, we'll see you guys at the wrap. Okay, YouTubers, this is the final wrap here. As we kind of expected, you know, looking at that box when we opened it, you've got a lot of new coinage in there. You can see the older post 83 and up coins that were in really, really bad shape. All the rest of this was almost entirely 2015. Had a small amount off to the left that I was checking for possible errors. And this is all the copper that we got out of that entire box. So that's going to go into our little copper jar. And then these two coins are really the only newer coins that I want to talk to you about on this video. Sorry for the finger there. I want to zoom in so I can get you a better view. The coin on the left, I believe, if I can get it to focus, I believe this might be an error coin. You can see, I got to grab a magic screwdriver here. Sorry for the wobbling as usual. You can see from this area here across the front of Lincoln's face, and you can see even the reflection. It's kind of more zinc color than a copper color. So it looks kind of like the plating is partially missing in that area. that would make this, that actually is a known error that can exist on any of the coins that are clad. You can have full missing clad, or you can have partial missing clad. So this one we're categorizing as a partial missing clad right there. And then the error that we just recently found out about in the last few days here, we'll give you more detail here in one of our next educational videos here. The number of new errors that have been found and recorded and reported on has gone up considerably in the last, to my knowledge, has gone up considerably in the last couple of days here. So what I'm going to cover is just the 2014, because of the shield pennies. This is the only one that I've seen that has a potential for error, and I'm flipping the coin right there, and that makes a great contrast for you. The date, the 2014 date, and the back end of Liberty, the RTY, they have discovered that a percentage of them have a fattening to them. So, for example, the 0 to me was the easiest or most obvious of those characters, where it was the center of the 0 was much smaller than usual because the line that makes the number was considerably thicker. It doesn't appear like a normal doubling on a lot of errors that we see, or double dies that we see, where you have a distinct line between the first die and the second die, or the doubling. In this case, it's simply, even the way it's described in the book, it simply appears thicker, and that's what they referred to it as. So keep an eye out on the 2014s. That is, again, to me, that's a new error, and it's worth a few bucks, 15, 20, 30 bucks. So considering what we had to start with, hopefully you guys see that you don't give up on box just because it doesn't look promising. I mean, we didn't yield a lot, but we got a chance to look for some new errors. There were quite a few more 2014s. Didn't see any doubling on them, so I just kept one as an example for you. I hope you guys got a kick out of the fact that this was just a strange box all the way around, and hopefully this helps as well. More to come in the next videos. Thanks for watching. JB Coins signing out.